back to Studioloo. It's Cindy. So I'm here today. I've started working on the folk art journal. If you remember, some time ago I shared a thrift haul or an estate auction haul of a book that I got. It now looks considerably different. It used to be this kind of ugly beige sort of color that you can see on the back here. And I have since done like a lot of work painting the cover to make it this nice book cloth that's teal. So that's going to be the cover. I'm building a spine for it. It's not done yet, but it's getting there. I have all this stuff and I'm just trying to sort it out today to kind of get things moving along here. So we have the cover. I've chosen some of the pages that I want to retain as pages inside the book from the original book. So there's this beautiful one, and some of it is just going to be text that I'll put like pockets and things on, but wherever I could maintain some poetry or some really interesting folk art imagery, I did. Each of these has some nice pages. So anyways, that's those. Then I'm also going to be making use of this kit from Sweet Pea Creations on Etsy, and it's actually a folk art kit. So these are the ones that I've chosen as pages for the signatures. These will be inside middle pages, and then these ones will also be pages, but they can go, you know, either way. So there are folk art flowers and little animals tucked in here and there. I've got them all cut out, but I don't have anything on the back sides, so I have to sort out what I'm going to do with the back sides still. Be it stencil, collage, various things. I also have this set aside. This is some really nice, like papery feeling fabric that I got while thrifting. Then what I'm doing right now is just sorting out kind of like what I have to work with. So I got this vintage postcard from an estate auction. And so that'll be a nice piece of vintage authentic ephemera for this from Netherlands. Yeah, I'm not sure where it was sent to. Anyways, it's just a really nice German postcard. Appropriate for this whole German folk art book that I'm working with. Then some of the journal cards from the kit. This is the ephemera that I've made up. Another cute thing from this kit are these little, they're like little fold out, like windmill style kind of journal cards. So that's like another little treat from this kit. Very cute stuff. Nice tags. Journal cards, little tags. It's quite an extensive little kit. It's very nice. I think there's 4 of those interesting fold outs. It's quite a large kit too. Lots and lots of tags and little tags, large tags. I was actually surprised when I got it all cut out just exactly how much there was. That's a pocket. Yeah, so I'm going to be busy, and I think I'm going to make this journal a little chunky because it has a lot of ephemera that I've already prepared. These are more pockets, little ones, little tickets, things, little stamps, pockets. This is sort of what I do when I'm ready to like start organizing how I'm going to put a book together. Is I just like to kind of organize all the ephemera. That's pocket, pocket, pocket. Let's make sure nothing's trapped in these pockets. Little circles. Then Also, lots of belly bands, and these are really nicely designed. See, they have these ovals, and yeah, it's just a really nice kit. So colorful and nice. So, belly bands. This is my spine. I need to work on that. And then also corner pockets, lots of corner pockets. And more journaling cards. Lots and lots of ephemera. Then I made a few of these from the little bits that were left over. I made a couple of these. These are cut with a Stampin' Up! Punch called Elegant, I believe. Little stamps. Lots of little stamps. And then I set aside this ribbon because I think it's just really nice for a folk art journal. If you look at the design. Then another little cutout from the book. And I've decided that I'm going to use this fabric for my spine. It'll go really nice with the tealy blue. A few more little cutouts here. Okay. And that'll be something else in the book somewhere. Then I also have the extra pages from the book that are not fancy, but I've got them hanging around if I need anything from them. And then I have some black paper that I think will just go really nicely with this color. So I got to, basically next step is I have to go through and decide on what signatures to use. I also have this fabric set aside, which is a really nice fabric that I found that has a folk art feel to it as well. It's like a sampler, basically. So that's another thing I'll probably be incorporating, making pockets out of or something like that. So as you can see, I have about a million things. So I think next step will probably be determining how many signatures that I want on here. And if I have enough fabric to cover this, I might need to use both of these strips and then stitch them together. Okay. And then also I think next step will really be doing something with this paper, the back of it. And then obviously putting the book together. So what to do first? Maybe I will try to just take a look at my, make sure the size still feels good. Yeah, it does. Okay. So I'm just going to rough out my signatures now. Where is my paper cutter? Right here. So I'm just going to put this on here for a minute. So probably center it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, this will handle 6 signatures. I use these as spacing guides, and then I just kind of center. I center everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 signatures. So I think what I'll do is just get this flat here. Make sure I'm in the center. Actually, I'm going to use this end. There we go. So now I'll just create like a template. You're not going to see any of this. So that's where my 5 signatures will go, in the center. Okay, so I'm going to make this, I think, just a three-hole binding. So I'll probably go about an inch, a little over an inch in. There we go. Sorry if you can hear noise. Sounds like my husband is cleaning up after dinner upstairs. We have the day off today. It's a holiday in Canada, and sort of our Indigenous Day and harvest celebration, and we got to spend some nice time with some friends that we visit, or essentially our bubble friends. There we go. And then we went for, we took the kiddos out for ice cream. There's this really nice little town that's kind of, not quite the halfway point, but sort of between our house and our friend's house. And it's kind of this town that's known for ice cream, and like a bunch of the buildings there are ice cream shops. And we go to the original one that was like the old timey kind of original OG ice cream store. So it's run by this lovely retired couple that are just the sweetest people ever. Well, the other thing I have for this book is this Clever Katya book, A Fairy Tale from Old Russia. I'll tell you about that in a minute. I'll finish what I'm saying. Yeah, so they have this ice cream shop, and let's have to find my awl. And we always, hold on one second. I'm going to grab something. Sorry about that. I just had to grab something. So anyways, they have this ice cream shop, and they are known for like very, very generous scoops. So we always just get like the kitty cone, because the single is 2 generous scoops. The kitty is 1 generous scoop. It's in fact too large for our kids even. Like we usually have to like take some off or ask them, please make it smaller. Because it just reduces the load on the car, like in the car eating ice cream. We don't get too emotional, though, with messes in the car. We've kind of come to the point where we just kind of feel like it's just a part of parenting, that you're going to have to do a lot of cleaning up after your kids. And, yeah. There's some things I'd say always just carry, like Lysol wipes and baby wipes and a change of clothes and a snack bag, a reloadable like bag of snacks that you bring for your kids. What else? We've bought like cutlery and these square plastic dishes and cups. So like we have everything for any kind of like food trip stop that we make. We carry paper towels, and yeah, you just kind of have to have like a, my husband calls it like a bug out kit. Like I think that's what they call, like, you know, like what preppers call their like panic kits or something. Yeah, that's ours. So we've been trying to improve our whole emergency kit, first aid kit, all of those things that we keep in the car. It's a really good thing to do that every now and then. Just kind of make sure that if you that if you're ever in an emergency, that you had, you know, different things to protect yourself, like blankets and flares and a first aid kit, obviously loaded with like, you know, alcohol and bandages and things like that. We also carry like a pump for pumping up tires, and we carry all the stuff to like give the car a boost to the battery if we need to, all those kind of things. So that's mainly my husband's department though. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Sleepy. This is just big enough to cover, but it's a little small, I would say, to be able to handle the book itself, like going over the book's sides. You need a little more room than that, so I think I'm going to use 2 of these together, and I will stitch them together. Yeah, that's what I will have to do for sure. That's okay. So next up, I think, will be, I'm probably gonna, I don't know if I want to curve this spine or not. I kind of feel like I don't want to. I think I just want it to be a straight spine. Well, let's identify which side will be the top. I'm gonna say this one. So I'll put a T there. And that will be my guideline for this. Okay, so now we can move on a little bit from that. I'll stitch those later. Right now, I think what I'll do is set these aside and take a look at Clever Katya and see what I want to use here. So as I was mentioning, this book, if you saw, I got it in a thrift haul a couple weeks ago, I guess now. And I read this story with my daughter, but I kind of changed it up a little bit because like so many traditional stories from many European countries, at least, I mean, I don't know if this is a worldwide thing, but I definitely see it in the Western world. There's a whole lot of weird situations where children end up in like these strange adult situations where like their fate is really spoken for them. So this story is kind of like these 2 men, they run into some kind of a challenge. I can't even remember now, but like they end up going to they had a horse. The horse's mother of this horse, and they each had a horse. 2 brothers have horses. One of them has a foal, and then the brothers fight over who owns the foal. They go to like a czar to basically make the decision, and the czar gives them like a riddle to solve to kind of like give him the answer to this riddle. So basically both men head out and, you know, they're trying to find out like what the best answer to this riddle would be. So the father of Katya goes to her and she comes up with this brilliant answer, and they go to the czar to essentially like solve this. And, you know, he's really impressed by Katya's answer, and he asks like who came up with this answer. So her father, you know, tells the czar that it was her. And so the czar is like immediately taken by Katya, even though she's a young girl, small, like a child. And then over the years, like, I don't know, like, so he gets to keep the foal basically because her answer was the best. But then like she ends up marrying him, and I'm like, ew, you know, that sounds a little like child grooming, and ew. So yeah, not really the story for me. There's so many stories like in classic literature that you just really got to be a little conscious about the messages they send. And it was like kind of smarmy in the end, because it was like, and the Tsar married Katya because she was the only girl in the kingdom who was smart enough for him. And I was like, okay, okay, calm down. Like, let me see. Okay. Yeah, as for Katya, she became a great favorite of the Tsar's, and when she grew up, she married him because Tsarina, and became Tsarina of all Russia because she was the only woman in the kingdom clever enough for him. No. Okay, so I think I want to use this nice image here either as I love these mushrooms. Oh my gosh, how am I going to use this? Well, there's mushrooms here too. So isn't that nice at the back of the book? Like, this is so folk art. Like, it's beautiful. So I will use it for this purpose and feel better about that. Because the illustrator, Marie Cameron, is awesome. That's a little crooked, holy moly. just fix that up. Okay, I'll set that aside. There's not much I can do with this bit, and that's okay. So let's just pull the pages out of this book. Get rid of the cover. Let's see how it is bound. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, it's got stitching in it. Just gotta find the center here. Almost there. I think it's this page. Yeah, there's the strings. Okay. I love all the borders. Like, I'm wondering if I could use them as pages and then I can just cover the content where I don't like what is on the page. I need my little scissors here. I'm still doing my October dailies, but maybe I'll catch you up in another video. This one I'm just going to work on this folk art journal, I think, because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm also going to have another installation of the imagination blanket coming out this week. I finished the embroidery for it, and funny enough, it's actually also very folk art inspired, so I guess my brain was just folk art in this fall. Oh, these little strings are so hard to get a hold of. There's one. 2 to go. Done. Oh, we got one more. Last one. Okay. That will overall make it easier to get this glue. Yeah, so I'm thinking about like using these pages for the borders. Maybe the ones that don't have anything that I want to fussy cut. Yeah. And then I will just collage over. Oops, this is not the right. No, it's not. Hold on. Sometimes figuring out how the signatures in these kind of books works is a little tricky. This one is both stitched and glued, so you gotta be a little careful here. There we go. Okay, so this one, I think the only image that I like would be this one. So do I want to fussy cut it? Also, how much will I lose when I use these as a page? Yeah, I would lose her and I don't want that. So this is probably a candidate for fussy cutting. For making a journal card or something. So we'll set that aside. On this page, I'm just going to keep it like as scrap. And these ones attached. No. What's next? These ones. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, I like that whole thing. So that'll be a page. And it might need to be folded in so I can maintain all of it. Nothing important on these pages, I don't think. The only thing is that this page has this that messes with the border. I'm going to set that aside as scrap. take this fly page off. I think this one I want to fussy cut it. Try to pull this glue strip off now. There we go. This one will be really nice for collaging over. Same with this one. That's nice. Yeah, I think I'll use all those as pages in the book. So that's good. So those are signatures. I need to make a journal card out of this, I think. I just have to see, is it going to be too big as it is to go in this journal? Definitely that way. This way it would fit. I will do it like a clip on a page so that we don't lose that beautiful image. Okay, and this one too, I feel like I want to do the same because I don't want to lose any bit of it, but I might have to just trim a little from the top. I want to keep the mushrooms and her cute little, her little feeties. So let's just do that. We'll just trim a little off the top here. There we go. Those are going to be like both large journal card kind of things that go in the book. Okay. And then I said I wanted to make ephemera with these ones, right? Yes. Okay, so that'll be my next project, I think. Make the back of this red. That'd be nice. And then stitch around it. Okay. It was really nice to have a long weekend, but it feels like it went by so quickly. I did get a lot done though. And I signed up for my first show. I think I mentioned that in my last video. So I need to get spinning yarns. Even though it's next summer, it actually takes me about that long to get enough stuff produced because spinning yarn is very slow moving. So, yep. Okay. Then I need a piece of folder. over here. Made a bunch more of ephemera this morning, just making collage tags and using up field guide images. It's been really nice and relaxing, actually. I kind of watch my morning YouTube videos and I work on that. Okay, so those need to get stitched around. Now, what to do with this? Maybe make a tag. And then I'll keep the rest of this as scrap because I can probably use it in my collaging that I'm going to be doing. So we want to get this half of the pony. This half will go to the scraps. Okay, now we'll glue that down. I'd like to try to use up some of this Value Village bag. So, let me cut it up here. Bottom out. Sorry for the kerfuffle here. I need to empty my recycling. And that will be thick enough. Yes, it will be. Okay. It is recycling week this week, thankfully. I swear, like, we rarely have much garbage, but we always have a lot of recycling, and I seriously wish that our town would take recycling every week and not just every other week. Our rotation here is green bin goes every week, but then the recycling is every other and the garbage is the alternative. They go alternate weeks. I'm glad the green bin goes though, because that's the compostable stuff, and you don't want that hanging around unless you want like vermin hanging around too. Okay. Make a nice ripped edge with this packaging paper. It's really nice. There we go. This will go in the to be stitched pile. I just need to straighten that up a bit. Hold on. I have to replace the blade in my little trimmer, so I have to get the guillotine out here to do some straightening. Yeah. There we go. Let's just even this up. That one and this one both need straightening. There we are. Much better. Maybe I'll just trim a little more off the top here. And a little off the bottom. There we go. know why, but using a guillotine is so satisfying. It just is. Okay, so how do we do this? Make this into a tag. This punch has become like my favorite punch for making tags now. Should I do this one as a tag too, maybe? Like a large tag? That might be nice. Okay. This will get stitched around. I don't know if I have on hand some red ribbon. Yeah. This one I think needs red. Maybe this one needs blue. No, red's good. It matches her dress. It's good. Let's give this a little tug here. There we go. Then this one, you know what? I just realized, I think this will be better. I started doing this with this thick ribbon, and I just remembered. Just literally like trimming it in half. When the pattern itself is not all that important, like in this case, it's more about like just having ribbon. It actually is a little nicer, so I think that's what I'll do with these. It's not so bulky in the book either. There we go. That's way better. Okay. And we can trim that a little. And then I'll use this one over here. Okay, so those just need to be stitched around, and so does this one. Then we have one more piece from the Katia book. Goodbye, Sar. We don't like you. Okay. Over here, I leave a little bit of blue, maybe. I'm going to even this out on the guillotine. I'm just kind of rough ripping it right now. Did I leave any big pieces of packaging? No. I have to get another piece. making sure this is straight. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Sorry. Clunky, big and clunky. Starting to come to the realization that I'm a little bit of a children's book reviewer these days. On this channel, between my grouchy The Giving Tree rant and this Clever Katya. Please know that I mean well, because I really do. Okay, I think a little piece of blue would be nice on this one. And I have some sparkly ribbon. Just a little piece of ribbon. There we go. So that will also go to the stitch around pile. So I think that is it today. So this is what I'm doing these days. I will be coming back probably with another video making this journal. I'll try to share a little more of the process with you as I get going here. So thank you again for hanging out with me, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I'm recording this in the evening tonight because it was a busy day, but I will be back soon with more of this book and more of my October dailies and another installment of the Imagination Blanket. So thank you again. If you haven't yet subscribed, I'd love it if you did. Go down below, click the little subscribe button, and you can also find in the description box all of the links to my social media. And I hope you have a great night. Thank you. Bye for now.